sharing a little bit about the Linfox Active Recovery Initiative. That you guys may not know a lot about as yet, but we'll do a little bit more after today and moving forward in the future. The 3 words up there on the screen, they're the 3 words that I was dubbed by the world's media after that race. Most of you guys are sitting home watching that on the TV thinking to yourself, you lucky bastard. Exactly how did I become the last man standing? Was it just a fluke? Maybe there was a bit of strategy. Could have been a bit of planning and maybe even a bit of hard work that went in there somewhere along the way too. I competed for Australia at the Winter Olympics 4 times. I trained 5 hours a day, 6 days a week for 12 years to become an overnight success. I used to have a sign up on the ceiling and read, "This is the Olympics, get up." That's the first thing I saw every single morning. I knew my competition was getting out of bed. If I didn't get up and I lose to them, then I got to live with that regret. And that word sucks. My question for you guys to take with you today, are you getting up? If you are, you might as well do your bloody best way there. And of course, we all have some painful times, some painful days in what we do as well, whether we're injured or whether we're not. Some days it's just hard. In my speed skating career, I had some pretty painful days along the way. I got impaled on the back of one of these things. Another guy's blade went into my leg through there, pushed on an angle, came out the other side and ripped straight back out. Person of my size, I have 6 litres of blood. 60 seconds after that crash, I had 4 of those 6 litres spilled over the ice. I could feel my entire body going into shock and my eyes closed, and I remember it every second. I said to myself, if you lose consciousness, you're going to die. I limped out of hospital 3 weeks after that crash, after they'd taken the 111 stitches out of my leg, and I was thinking one thing, when am I getting back onto the ice? It wasn't a question of if, I had unfinished business. 20 months before winning the gold. The race that all you guys remember seeing on the TV. 20 months. Had a crash in training at Acacia Ridge, Ice World. Head first into the barrier and broke my neck. Fractured the C4, C5, C6. Who's seen someone wearing a halo brace before? Knows what those things look like. 4 pins screwed into your skull. Pretty much resembled a human building site. I had 2 months wearing that thing and I had the whole time to think, and I thought about the big picture. The big picture that I couldn't see when I was a kid, when my dad was giving me a bit of a flogging, forcing me to go running and cycling with him, and I hated it. I could see the big picture now. I've already done 3 Olympic Games by this point. And the big picture said, when they take this thing off your head, you've only got 18 months to go to the next Olympics. 18 months of hard work out of 12 years. Not that much. Big picture said, if you don't do it, you're going to kick yourself for the rest of your life. Everybody around me was telling me I was finished, except for my coach. She was still on my side. She knew I still wanted it as well. And you guys, if you do happen to get injured, you need the leaders of the team to support you. They've got to have a team of people around you that you can rely on for support and for help. Especially if you get injured. The doctor told me that I'd never skate again. I just went to another doctor. In my head, I had no choice. I had to do it. 18 months ahead, after they take this thing off my head, and skate my bloody best in one race. I didn't care where I finished anymore. I didn't care if I didn't get a gold or any coloured medal. If I could get off the ice after one bloody race and say to me, that's as good as I could have skated. I've just come to the Olympic Games and done my best. If I can do that, then I don't care where I finish. It's not going to be about the outcome anymore. It's just going to be about the process. Doing everything I can every day to get the best out of myself at the Olympics. And that's all anyone can ask of any of us, isn't it? Just to show up every day and put in our best. Whether you're here at work or whether you are coming back from injury. Just because you get injured doesn't mean you switch off, go away. Question that I've been asked the most since winning the gold, how did I feel when I crossed the line? straight after the race. I didn't know how to answer that. I didn't know what I was going to say when the whole world asked me if I think I deserved to win. There was even a television crew there from Pakistan. I didn't even know if I was going out on the podium to accept the gold. I'd done 3 Olympics prior. In Lillehammer, Norway, I was a favourite, got knocked down. Nagano, Japan, I was ranked 5th in the world heading into that. Got sick, didn't work out then either. Now here I am, a couple of years past my best, half a dozen blokes have fallen down, and now they want me to take a gold. I wasn't sure if I wanted it. I had a few minutes between the medal ceremony, the end of the race and the medal ceremony. During that few minutes, I decided, yeah, I'm going out there onto the podium. And I'm taking this gold. But I'm not taking it for the 90 seconds of the race. I'm taking it for the 12 years in the lead up to the 90 seconds. If you guys are going to continue to have the success that you might already be having a little bit of a taste of within your role here at Linfox, then you've got to have a bit of passion for what you do. You've got to want it, at least a bit. If you're just showing up every day with your brain only switched half on, tired from the day before, maybe even hung over from the night before sometimes, you do that, then you've already started switching off your brain and your mindset, it's going the wrong direction. And if you do that for too long, then you've already given up. Every person here at Linfox plays an important role in the success of Linfox as a whole. And if there's a couple of you blokes that are sitting out on the sidelines for longer than you really need to be, then, in my opinion, that's not only letting yourself down because you're in there with the wrong mindset, but it's letting your team down and the other blokes that are back here left behind without you, and in my opinion, that's un-Australian. Some people say to me, this doesn't happen very often, because the people who tell me this, they're usually sitting at home in their lounge doing nothing. But sometimes people say to me, geez, you're lucky, mate. My coach, she doesn't say that. She tells me that I'm deserving, that I gave my heart, my youth, and almost my life pursuing that golden dream. And it would never have come true if I wasn't the last man standing. I think you guys would agree, winning that gold, that's more than just luck. You show up every day, you work hard, after a while, you make your own. After that race, I was quoted. Wasn't as strong as the other guys out there. Consider myself the luckiest man. God smiles on you some days. This is my day. I met Richard Branson, fully organised media event in Sydney. TV, newspapers, radio, room was packed. He presented me with a mobile phone. I made free calls on it for a couple of years. That was good. Following that, he presented me with a signed copy of his book. I was good with that too. Next, Richard Branson presented me with a Virgin Mobile cap. One of the richest men in the world presents you with a cap with his company logo on it. You probably figure you put it on your head, you're at a media conference. I got flustered and I didn't know what to do with it. I looked at the hat, I looked back at him, I had a pen as well, so I signed it and gave it back to him. Some people have told me that's the most Australian thing they've ever heard.